this thing with the Chiefs, you're going to get 3-by-1, which 3 receivers one side, trips, and then one wide receiver the other side. You're going to get 2-by-2. They're going to always try to put you in a situation where multiple receivers are on one side of the field, and then they get a one-on-one matchup on the other side. And so that's something that they've got back to. They've gotten back to more of the motion that they weren't doing earlier. Again, I watched that Tennessee did a great job, I thought, in this football game of denying them on third down. That was something with the Chiefs. They were able to get enough pressure on Mahomes. I mean, attacking him in the pocket and then being able to cover on the back end to where some of the throws he was having to make, there were like contested throws. They were getting knocked down. They had a couple of interceptions off the plays that they were making. So, you just got to, I think the best way to play these guys is just don't give them any space. I mean, and I know it's hard to do. I know it's easy to say, don't give them space. I think you have to get up on these guys. I think it's all about the release. If you get beat off the line of scrimmage off these guys, you're going to get beat. That's it. It's going to happen. I'm going to try and disrupt these routes. I'm going to try and not let Mahomes have that ability. Now, teams have played this clog and cover stuff where they play too deep. The Cowboys haven't played a lot of too deep coverage. There has been a little bit more of like putting that safety down, putting the safety back, kind of like helping in the run, helping.
Don't you think it's a mistake to not at least try?
What, to clog and cover or to bump them at the line?
Well, can't you do both? You can do that.
I'm trying. Yeah. I think what you have to do is try and disrupt timing. Because
you can do that with 2 safeties back.
You can, and you play everybody up, and you just bang them at the line of scrimmage and make them. If they run by you, they run by you. I just don't know any other way to play these guys. But like I say, if you just clog everything up and play zone and all that.
Is Brown fast enough that if Hill does toast him, he can somewhat catch up?
Well, I tell you what, that's going to be. I think Brown has the time speed to do it. He's one of the faster players you have time speed wise. I think he has the quickness. I am not putting Diggs over on him. Diggs will get eaten alive by playing against Hill. That's just not the. Now you can maybe find him. I must. This is going to sound crazy to me as well. I'm going to junk this thing up, and I'm going to try and play. I'm going to try and play with my nickel on Kelsey is what I'm going to try. Jordan Lewis. Fun. I'm going to try and junk it up and say, okay, bang him. But the thing about... He
just had a really good game against Pitts.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? And see, but the thing about... And this could work to your advantage if you're the Cowboys. Because Lewis is comfortable playing inside. And what Kansas City wants to do is they want to run you through trash. They have like the crossing routes and all these things where it's like, okay, if you're going to play man coverage, and that's why the clog and cover stuff has worked, because they don't run you into each other. But I think you're going to have to play some man coverage in this game, and I think Lewis is the guy to do it on Kelsey. But you just have to be physical with him. I mean, he's going to make some plays, you know that, but you just can't let him. He runs these screens, like he will block. He will stay in and like he's acting like he's chipping. He's block, and then all of a sudden the coverage leaves. And then he's right there for a screen or a hook or an out route, a little safety valve pass, and then he's off and running and stuff like that. So I just think it's going to be defensively. I think you could get pressure on these guys. I think what you could do, and like my guy yesterday talked about, you have to have somebody that can cover some ground to play against Mahomes. Because what he's going to do is when he starts rolling and moving and all that, you've got to have somebody that could go from here to there and get on top of him before he gets rid of the ball. And if you get somebody to him quick enough, what'll happen to him too is he'll just throw it up. That's a lot of his turnovers have been just, I'm under duress. Oh, here, I'm going to throw this. Maybe you can force him. I think that Parsons could play in the middle of this defense, play as that spy type guy, and as soon as he sees Mahomes break that pocket or try and break the pocket, boom, take off running right at him and force him to have to make a play. Maybe you get a clean shot on him, hit him in the ribs, hit him in the chest.
I like what you're saying.
Knock him around a little bit.
Go.
Yeah.
Violent game.
I think that.
I think that's key right there. He's not super fast, but he can win the game with his legs.
Yeah, he can. If he gets outside the pocket, especially going to his
nifty.
left, he's nifty.
Yeah.
But if you have somebody that can play downhill and get to him before he kind of gets outside, boom, you got a chance to kind of, because that's what Tennessee was able to do. When immediately he started moving, they were on him. They had a linebacker running right at him, and that forced him to have to make some crazy throws right there. I think real quick to get, I know we're up against it here a little bit, but I think that we got some stuff on their defense I think you could take advantage of. You're going to get a situation where this pass rush with Clark and Jones, I'm kind of like, I think you could take advantage of them if you could kind of get them. I think that's what the Cowboys need to do. Move the line, move Dak around, move him around, the waggles, the boots. This is one of these defensive lines that if you get them moving one direction, they have a hard time adjusting back. So you get them going one direction, and then you wall them off, and now you've got Dak on the edge making throws. Maybe it's the boots, the waggles, the things like that. Maybe it's the throws down the field. I don't think that with Ward or Snead or Hughes can cover the Cowboys receivers with really consistency. Fenton is another guy that you see, this number 27, it's quite a bit. They got Sorensen's off the field. Jeff's right about that. They put Thornhill on there. I don't know. I think you're going to see Tyrann Mathieu work against your tight end. So that might be a wash right there, but he'll give up some plays because what will happen, he'll peak in the backfield and he'll lose track of where he is on the field.
Schultz can beat that.
So maybe you find a little bit of an advantage there with that.